Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, how are you all doing today? Today's date is June the 17th, Friday. It's about 1 p.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey. Greetings from Turkey. Merhaba, nasılsınız? So it's been a while since I've released a video. I've been more so focusing on the house, myself as well, getting into some good habits, especially during this major drop right now. And then we're going to dive into this right away. So a lot of people are very fearful. There's been tons of fundamental news circulating around crypto right now. It's a very hot topic. I've been educating myself as much as I can from various sources, getting all the information. I apologize for that. So, and especially with the interest rate hikes as well, right? Where people think it's going to have a major impact on crypto, but it's not really going to affect it nearly as much as we probably think so. So let's get into this right away, guys. Welcome once again. Let's do this from a technical analysis perspective first of all, and show you guys my exact thoughts of what is most likely going to happen. So based off of historical values right now, what we can see is that Bitcoin, I'm going to go to Bitfinex because it's been around a lot longer and it's got more accurate data in my opinion, especially with these moving averages. Right now, what we're seeing is that the 200 moving average has been held for a very long period of time now, for over 5 years from what I can see here alone. It has not dipped below it and closed below it in 9 years in 8 years since 2014. Every time we get to this 200 historical moving average, we get a wick below it, but we always find a bounce. And right now, for the first time since March of 2020, which is now about 833 days, so about 6 months, we're finally getting back to this historical 200 moving average. And a lot of people are wondering what is going to happen right now. Are we going to recover from here? In my personal opinion, and keep in mind this is not financial advice in any way, okay? It's very unlikely for people to catch a bottom. A bottom it's almost impossible. There's nobody that really times the bottom that are big players. It's always going to be a range that's acceptable with a fair market value that we deem is worth our risk to start accumulating. And in my opinion, I've never caught the bottom. I've only accumulated, and I've been in the crypto space for over 7 years now, to the point where I was able to leave my job as a mechanical engineer, do this full time, buy a house with all of crypto, and basically live off of trading profits and everything else related to crypto. And I do have a long-term investment portfolio as well. Some of the coins that I hold, and this is not financial advice once again, I'm just talking about the holdings that I have. I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, I have Solana, I have BNB, I have DOT, and I also have XRP. So those are some of my big holds, and the majority of them are in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I absolutely want to have the 32 Ethereum minimum that I want to stake in, right? I've been holding Ethereum since 2018, held it in early 2017, made a lot of money off of that where I bought 200 Ethereum and I mined 200 Ethereum, sold it near the top at $350, bought another dip before the actual breakout that went really high. So we're seeing right now some coins that are just fire sales. If there are massive discounts right now where we see Bitcoin drop up to 70% already thus far, we see Ethereum drop 78% from its all-time high. Right now, 80% of the top 100 coins in CoinMarketCap have actually dropped over 70% right now. It's impossible to time this bottom, but what I can assure you is that cryptocurrency is here to stay. I don't see it going anywhere. We have to think back and remember why and cryptocurrency was made, why Bitcoin was made. It was because trust was lost in the central banks where they caused that recession in 2008. Nobody was held accountable. Bitcoin rose from the ashes in early 2009. And of course, we are here today after only 13 years in crypto. Can you imagine in about 10 years what kind of impact Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general and the technology behind it is actually going to have? Right now, it's a time of policy. I've mentioned for many years now that we're going to be spending the next few years regulating and policies will be created. Right now, it's still the wild, wild west. Huge news surrounding crypto right now is, for example, Celsius Network right? Their liquidation price is at $14,000. They're managing a huge amount of crypto. They've actually locked their users from withdrawing from their actual site there. What Celsius Network was they're a lending platform, basically, okay? So you can either put money in there for collateral and get another coin, or you can put money in there to accrue interest. And their APY was anywhere between, for example, 7% to 17%. You were getting 7% on stable coins such as USDC, which is unreal. But of course, mismanagement, over leverage, they had to add more to their position to prevent getting liquidated. Just a few days ago, they were 5% from being liquidated until they added more collateral. That was really ridiculous. Not only that, they locked out their users. Instead of actually trying to help their users, they completely locked them out. And of course, there's 3AC, right? Three Arrows Capital. Right now, they're on the brink of liquidation already. There's even rumors that they have been liquidated already. So, and they're not even replying to their customers. They're actually getting margin called. They're not replying to anybody, and they're staying dark. So something really intelligent that Kevin O'Leary said just a few hours ago that I saw, I'm not going to take credit for it. He said that for any major, the bottom is usually found after major players get eliminated from the game. And these major players are usually people that have highly over leveraged positions, okay? You can't go bust if you're not leveraging. For example, myself, I'm DCing hard right now because I don't know where the bottom is. You're never gonna catch the bottom. And because of that, it's in my best interest to dollar cost average, and I will dollar cost average all the way down. So for example, my opinion is a good range of $20,000 to $10,000. I will be buying heavily. I don't know where this is gonna bottom out. Nobody does. Nobody catches the bottom for big amounts. You've got to accumulate over a long period of time where you're just don't take it as financial advice. But dollar cost averaging is definitely the best way to go. And simply because you just don't know where the bottom will be. But what I do firmly believe is that crypto is here to stay. Once policy and regulations come into play after these mismanaged companies such as Three Arrows Capital or Celsius Network, once they get liquidated, which they are very likely to, Celsius Network's liquidation price is only 14K. I believe that we will take out this 200 moving average, and we're probably going to see lower lows. 14K, 15K is a really sweet number for me to be adding huge amounts. If it hits 10K, it's going to be a great sale. These are types of coins. I'm investing in a lot of alts as well because I believe that it could literally be my retirement money. And I don't want to be one of those people that just watched on the sidelines and did nothing about it. When I have an opportunity now to get really invested in the crypto market because something huge could come when we don't know when, we just know that it could possibly happen. Many people have said, like Michael Saylor, he said that Bitcoin is either going to go to 0 or 1 million, right? Once policy kicks in, we don't know when we want to buy. Do you guys want to buy it after policy kicks in and all these institutions start investing in it and then the price skyrockets? Or are you okay to weather a little bit of volatility now? Get into crypto early, but you got to be sure that you're okay with these 30 to 50% dips. We have to understand that major companies like Bitcoin, like Amazon, like Facebook, like Apple, they've all had dips before they got to be a monster that they are. Many times, for example, Facebook, right after their IPO, 2 weeks later, their stocks dipped to 50%. Every year for a long time with Amazon, their stocks have dipped anywhere from 30 to 40% before. These corrections are necessary for the market to explode further in the future. Right now is a really good time to just kind of relax, catch up on all the news, and just sit back, relax, watch in amazement what happens in the crypto market right now. Right now, in my opinion, is too risky to even be scalping any positions. I'm not taking scalping positions because I just feel that it is too risky right now with the market not even moving over 10%, as you can see here. It's not even moving down 10% as well. Crypto Loom is showing every single coin extremely low on the 24-hour RSI here, but there's no rally. Volume is barely picking up except for storage. Storage picked up, but you're looking at other coins like SFP, RVN, Raven. These coins have not moved more than 100% in volume, which is a big indication that the market is in trouble right now. I don't believe that we're going to fall right through this 200 moving average right now. I believe there will be an accumulation period because 2017's all-time high on December 17th was near 19.9K. And if that position holds for a while, there could be an accumulation, which is coincided plus or minus 10% of this 200 moving average that we currently see now. So if we get a bounce, it's probably going to be somewhere around and above 19.8K in my opinion, 19.9K. And I think that's a really good time to be just kind of looking at the market, maybe getting a relief rally. But if we don't hold these particular levels, we're going to see major dips to the downside. And that would not be too unexpected or too surprising considering things that are really negatively affecting the market right now. People are just terrified of this interest rate hike. The interest rate hikes are there to fight inflation. Inflation hikes generally slow down the economy, right? Unfortunately, it does. Many factories are not going to open up. People are not likely to expand their businesses because the cost of money to borrow is just too expensive. So if this slows down the economy, who knows if Bitcoin's going to slow down with it as well. But we got to remember that before the drop, Bitcoin was only $800 billion, that market capitalization. That's a really tiny amount when we compare it to gigantic companies in the world right now. Not only that, it's not just affecting one country. It's spread out because it's decentralized in many other countries. So it's not just going to be one specific country being affected by Bitcoin. So I believe that Bitcoin is going to be a very bullish powerhouse in the future. I'm looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOT, Solana, BNB, XRP. I'm a really big fan of these coins. I'm also going to start looking at Polygon as well, or Matic, you guys might know it as. This is a rank number 20 coin. Like if I look at the top rankings right now, every coin has taken a major dip. A huge fan of Bitcoin, huge fan of Ethereum, huge fan of BNB. You gotta have BNB. You have to have BNB because it reduces fees. There's no way around it. This coin's always going to be around as long as Binance is the monster figure in trading for platforms and exchanges. Cardano, somewhat interested in it. XRP, love it. Solana, love it. DOT, great project right here. And of course, Matic as well. So these are some of my top picks right now for crypto holding long term. And when I say holding long term, I'm talking anywhere between 2 to 5 plus years. And I'm not talking about a small, to some people might be a smaller amount, but I'm talking about almost 7 figures right now that I have in crypto alone. And that's not even factoring the huge amounts that I've lost just holding, but I refuse to sell my positions. I'm down a significant amount, just like anybody else that's been holding crypto for a pretty long time, right? You're probably down from last year. How can anybody not be? The market dropped over 70 to 90% total. But I believe that long term, this is going to yield me a nice 5x, 7x, 10x return long term. And I'm okay to weather this volatility. And you've got to ask yourself, are you ready to weather this volatility? Are you okay to hold long term? Can you afford to hold it long term? Do you believe in crypto long term? So right now, as the market stands, it's probably fairly bearish in general. But this 200 moving average combined with December 17's 2017 19.8, 19.9K resistance, that might act as a temporary support for a relief rally combined with the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. So I just wanted to give you guys a really quick update, some of my thoughts about what's been going on in the market right here. And I hope that you guys stay strong, stay bullish on crypto long term, and especially keep your heads up. Stay cautious in the market. Don't overtrade right now. It's not the time to be hunting for massive day trading positions and catching knives, because the more you try to catch this knife, the more your hands are just going to get cut. So stay safe. Make sure you're watching your leverage as well. Your leverage is one of the main things that's going to destroy you. Many people that have leveraged even 5%. 5% leverage means that if the market drops 20%, so Bitcoin dropped to 16%, you'd be wiped out and margin called and liquidated. You have to make sure you stay really cautious during these types of market. Everybody and anybody makes money during a bull market. It's very easy to buy in a breakout. Trust me, I've been there. In my first year, I made a lot of money in the bull market. But I'm telling you, when there was a bear market and major dips happened, that's where people lose their money. And as they lose their money, all of their profits are wiped out in one single trade, and all of their 6 months, 1 year, hard-earned capital from trading, from holding, from playing the bull market, it's literally wiped out in a single trade or a single day because of mismanagement with money. During a bear market is where people are really tested. And that is where you are going to be defined as a trader. Are you able to preserve your money? If you're able to preserve and protect your money, you'll be able to grow it. You got to make it last and held until we reach the next bull cycle. And you have to stay bullish and conscious of the fact that Bitcoin is here to stay. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Thank you very much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Hit that notification button. And more importantly, hit the subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye now.